Every once in a while, I see a comment on YouTube saying, Deann, why don't you talk about your paychecks anymore? Well, I'll tell you guys the truth. About a while ago, somebody from my airline sent in an anonymous email. And within this email, they talked about my YouTube channel and how I was discussing company secrets, codes, and all these things. And they attached in this anonymous email the playlist of my paychecks. Now guys, when allegations like this are made, the company has to investigate. So I had something called a fact-finding meeting, and within this meeting, the company went over the email, but also the most recent videos that I made regarding my paychecks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why I did not get disciplined, and I am still here, is because before I posted my very first video talking about my paychecks, I did reach out to HR. And HR did their research, and they sent me a very detailed list of things that I can and cannot do on my YouTube channel. HR did advise me that I am able to discuss my own wages. And that is exactly what saved me. There is something called the National Labor Relations Act. Now, HR made it clear that I can talk about my own wages, but I could not discuss someone else's wages. And if you ever saw any of my paycheck videos, I was honest with you guys. I showed you my schedule on reserve. I broke down how I got paid and how I made money to survive. And the reason why I was showing these videos is because when you are a new flight attendant, your first year or so, you're going to be broke. Now, in my case, I graduated August of 2019. I flew for a couple of months and then the big C into the group chat. You saw those videos of me going back to Phoenix, pawning my TVs, selling furniture because I was broke. I had no money. I didn't know what I was going to do. So that is the reason why I was showing you guys my paychecks. Because when I did my research about being a flight attendant, the one thing I was concerned about was the money. Nobody was discussing the real when it comes to the money. Everyone was showing you a highlight reel of them on the beach, drinking mimosas, traveling to exotic locations. But what about the money? That is very important, guys, because when you become a flight attendant, you're already making a lot of sacrifices. And one of the many sacrifices you make is in your finances. It's no secret within the first year, a lot of flight attendants, they quit because they are broke and they are unable to pay their bills. And I did get backlash from some of my peers and even family members because they did not understand the method to my madness. But if one person saw any of those videos and I helped them, I could sleep good at night. This is not an easy lifestyle. And if you think you're gonna make a ton of money, you are sadly mistaken. Just like with any job, you gotta put in the time. And the longer you stay with that airline, the more money you make. That is why I talk about seniority. I am 4 years invested in my airline. When I first started off, the money I'm making now, I was not making back then. And also, I have a line. So when you guys ask me why I'm not talking about my paychecks, that's the reason why. Because it really bothered my spirit that somebody could look at those videos and think I was trying to harm the company. Those videos were helpful. A lot of you guys would comment, "Thank you, Deann, for showing us the real." How could anybody look at that and think otherwise? So because of that experience, I just stopped talking about my paychecks. Now, Lord knows I am doing better financially. But if you want to see what the hype is all about, I still got the playlist on my channel. Please go and look at those videos and hopefully it'll help you. But that's the real reason why. afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is December 5th on a Tuesday, and the local time right now in Atlanta, Georgia, 1:33 p.m. So ladies and gentlemen, today I am starting a 4-day trip. I had a few days off in between my last trip and this trip that is starting today. So let me tell you very quickly where I am going. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going from Atlanta to airport code MDW, which is Chicago, Illinois, okay? So it looks like I'm doing a turn. Atlanta to Midway and then coming right back to Atlanta. And when I get back to Atlanta, we are changing aircrafts, and then I am going on to airport code PHX, which is Phoenix, Arizona. So I will be having a double layover once again in Phoenix, Arizona. When I get to Phoenix today, I will have a 14-hour and 15-minute layover. And day 2 is such a short day. It is a turn. Phoenix to airport code SAN, which is San Diego, California, and coming right back to Phoenix. Now, when I get back to Phoenix for day 2, I will have a 23-hour and 37-minute layover. And then day 3, that goes into day 4, ladies and gentlemen. It is Phoenix to San Diego, and then San Diego to Atlanta. And when I arrive in Atlanta, it's going to be 5:50 a.m. So that is why it is a 4-day trip, because I will be touching the next day when I arrive in Atlanta. Now the time away from base, 63 hours and 47 minutes. And the credit hours for this 4-day trip, 16 hours and 52 minutes. Now guys, for this 4-day, I am the Beyonce, and looking at the crew, my report time is 14:33, which is 2:33. Right now it is 1:36. I am about to request my lift. So I just did this trip just a little bit different with the pairings, but I do plan to get my car again for day 2. Not tonight because I will have a shorter layover, but definitely tomorrow I will be getting my car. So I'm trying to go back to Phoenix as much as I can while I'm getting paid to be on a layover. That is a smart thing to do. The only bad thing is these trips are not really good for credit hours. I can do so much better than that. With my seniority, a 16-hour 4-day is really beneath me. But I want to go back home, so I do make sacrifices. I need to get to the airport, get through security. I hope the freeway is clear for me to get to work on time. But guys, we will speak later. Good afternoon. All right, guys, we are in Midway. It is like 4:42 p.m. We're going to be boarding pretty shortly here. It was an hour 29 coming from Atlanta. Next leg going to Atlanta, where we are changing aircrafts. A320 SpaceFlex, 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats, 3/4 full. This one should be a completely full flight. We'll see those final check-in numbers when we get to Atlanta. See you guys then. Good evening. All right, guys, we are in Atlanta. It is like 8:55 p.m. It was an hour and 23 coming from Midway, Chicago to Atlanta. We are changing aircrafts. Our next flight is coming from Trenton, so our flight is a little bit delayed, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. So that is going to cut into my layover. So right now I am just chilling. I'm charging my cell phone and getting ready for this last leg to Phoenix here. So guys, the flight was 3/4 full, I want to say. It was sold to capacity, but we had about 30 or so people who did not show up. I'm sure this flight going to Phoenix will be oversold. I know that is a popular destination out of Atlanta because I miss this flight all the time. It's very rare that I get on the flight, but unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately, I'm working this flight, so I will be going to Phoenix, and we have like a 13-hour and 50-minute layover instead of 14 hours and 15 minutes. So I got my subway. I'm gonna sit here and mind my business. Last flight of the night when it gets here. You know it's a new aircraft, so safety checks, pre-flight requirements. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk when I get to Phoenix. Good evening.
The next day.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Wednesday, December the 6th. Guys, the local time right now in Phoenix, Arizona is 2:25 p.m. My van time is 2:35 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have 2 short legs. I'm doing a turn. It is Phoenix to San Diego and then coming right back to Phoenix, where I will have a 23-hour and some change layover. Now, this hotel is going to allow us to keep our stuff, so I'm not going to take any of my stuff, just my backpack, but I'm gonna leave my main luggage in my lunch bag here. That might be a bad thing. God forbid we get stuck. I'm not gonna have anything, but I'm hoping for the best. We go to San Diego and come right back. So the last flight, Atlanta to Phoenix, 3 hours and 42 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, when I got into this room, I was so very tired. Our duty day was over 12 hours. This is gonna be a shorter day. Very quick flights. I doubt if we even do service because it is blocked at 1:17. So I'm thinking a 35-minute flight, it'll be time to land. We might be sitting down for the whole flight. I am not sure, but that is what's going on today. Now, when I come back to Phoenix, I do plan on getting my car. I just spoke with my dad. I really do want to go see that Beyonce movie. The Kelly Rowland on this pairing, she also wants to see with me. I was supposed to go to Karina's house and have her daughter braid my hair, but I did not wash my hair. I try to get my braids done because she's the only person that braids my natural hair. And this is what allows my wigs to lie flat. You see, there's no hump right now because the braids are respectful. I tend to get disrespectful with the braids, so I want to get out of that pattern. But guys, I will be with you later. Let me go and work these flights. If I can, I will talk to you soon. Good afternoon. All right, guys, we were in San Diego, 4:20 p.m. It was 54 minutes coming from Phoenix to San Diego, going right back to Phoenix. Pretty light flight. It was under halfway full. This is the newer A320 space flight, so 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats. 5 minutes, we're going to board. Guys, I'll see you in Phoenix, and I am actively trying to look for a theater that shows that movie past 9 p.m. because we're going to get in at 7:30-ish. We'll see. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I am just leaving my dad's house. It's been quite a night. Going to go pick up my car. We had to wait a little bit for the shuttle at the airport. It was a 52-minute flight coming from San Diego. So I do have plans in the morning. I plan on going to brunch with a co-worker, and then we're going to go see Beyonce's movie. So hopefully I can kind of figure this out as far as the time, since my van time is 7 p.m. tomorrow and it is go home day. Of course, I'm hands-free. I am not recording this as I drive with a phone in my hand, but I'm heading to her house right now as we speak. Hang out with her for a few minutes and then get back to my hotel because, again, the plan is go to snooze, breakfast in the morning, leave the hotel at 9:30, and then Beyonce's film is at 12 p.m. So that is what the plan is, guys. I will be with you later. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Thursday, December 7th. Right now in Arizona, the local time is 9:30 a.m. I am heading out with a co-worker. We are going to go to Snooze Restaurant to get some breakfast, and then we are heading to go see Beyonce's film. I am so excited for this. I did not get enough sleep because I got in very early this morning hanging out with Karina, but a promise is a promise. So this is my Renaissance look because I know they're gonna be turned up in the theater. I put a little eyeshadow on. My eyebrows are still in the bed. First stop is Snooze. Good morning. All right, guys, we are at the movies right now. We did a little shopping. I got a cute little dress. I'm kind of full, so I did get a kids pack. That is the most safest thing to buy when it comes to buying snacks at the theater. Wait for my coworker to come out the bathroom, and then we are going to head to see Beyonce. This is going to probably be the end of my day before I have to go back to the hotel, drop off my car with my dad and all that, guys. So I am really looking forward to this. And ladies and gentlemen, I am back. It is currently 6:55 p.m. 7:01 is my van time. 2 legs today, go home day. It is Phoenix to San Diego, and then San Diego to Atlanta. I have not checked the loads. I am feeling a little tired. I have overexerted myself going to breakfast, to going to see that movie. And by the way, the movie is so worth it. This is my look today, going back to Atlanta. This has been a really, really fabulous trip. So far, this has been a very good trip. I am hoping these 2 legs also go as smoothly as day 1 and 2. And of course, you guys know when I get to Atlanta, it's going to be a brand new day. That is why it is a 4-day trip. But ladies and gentlemen, we will talk later. Good evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in San Diego. It's about 8:50-ish p.m. It was like 52 minutes coming from Phoenix. Pretty light load. We were a little over halfway full. Now guys, going to Atlanta, it is giving a very light load. Right now, see how many was checked in? I am not sure, but I think it was like a little over halfway full. So we are on a newer A320 SpaceFlex. So you guys know that is 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats. This is my last leg. We got a little ground time. The captain left. He's staying here in San Diego. We got a new captain that came on. So as of right now, we are chilling. I'm not going to attempt to eat or take a nap. It's not even worth it. I just want to get this leg over with, get to Atlanta, and wash my hair and just kind of relax, because I'm going right back to Phoenix on the 11th. But ironically, I have a layover on the 10th here in San Diego, and next day Phoenix. So I love San Diego, but I think I get in midnight, so I won't be able to really enjoy San Diego like I want to. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is my last leg. Hoping everything goes right. See you in Atlanta.